We are live. Yes, yeah, live. Sharing copy link. So the first one will start in about 3 minutes maybe. So we're gonna see how it will turn out. We're gonna start. We have shout. This is the rows where they were in when they started the previous stream, or when we made the thing, of course, the lineup. So it's waiting. So I think shout will be out first. So we'll be waiting till he goes out, and then we can watch how they drive. If there is something or someone you would like to see, just let me know in the chat, and then I will go to them. It's not started yet, so it's waiting a little bit more. Time is still running, so we're still live. Okay. Not sure. Yeah. It's waiting. I think it will be 2 more minutes maybe. I'm not sure at what time they started, so yeah, running out a little bit behind, but it doesn't matter. So we have Shout, Delamar, Washed, Geronimo, Schimo, Bullet, Cupcake, Tommy Clean, Dirk, Mick, Netzer, Paul, Splinter, Kiki, and Yippee who's gonna drive all for their team. hopefully they will start soon. When Shout is changing his tires, we're on the way with the first lobby, or with Stint 3, so the first one can start then. It's waiting a little bit. And Shout is switching his tires, so he's the first one out. He's fueling up. And then he's underway. He goes out with 67% of fuel. He's gonna start the first few laps. We're gonna take another view. Oh, with this view when they go out of the pits. We have the view where the TV view. So we're gonna see delivery for the ones who didn't saw it in the previous teams. So this is GTSV with the number 68. So we're gonna see what they can do. When we see Delamar, his fuel going up, we're gonna see where he will turn out and how far he will be behind. He's fueling, so he's around 1 minute behind, I think. Yeah, 1 minute and a half. So Washed is also already fueling, so they are pretty close to each other. And then Geronimo is waiting a little bit, but yeah, Shout is 1 minute and a half, I guess, in front. And then we have Washed and Dharma going against each other. I'm gonna see how that will turn out. Just in time. So 1 minute 37 is Delamar behind Shout, so he needs to catch up. And then Washed is metal yellow first, red. Oh, that's I guess an emote. Catch Shout, yeah. Ooh, the fourth one, Chimo Bullet and Geronimo are also out. They're pretty close also to each other, and 25 seconds behind Washed. And Shout is already going for an extra lap on Geronimo. So that's not what you want, of course, as a team that you are a full lap behind. But yeah, nothing to do about it. It's 24 hours, so a lot can happen. There are only 4 hours up, so there are 24 hours to go. So we're gonna see how it will turn out in these 2 hours that we are going to stream. So Shout already passed Geronimo? No, so they're working together. Oh, Washed is pretty close behind Delamar with less than a second. Can he go for a lunge? No, he's went a little bit deep, but he's pretty close right now. These are the 2 race asylums. This is race asylum 1, this is race asylum 2, so they are both close to each other. And then Geronimo is going to try and catch up at Chimo Bullet. Tommy Clean is also out right now. Cupcake is fueling up, so he will also go out at any moment right now. And then it are the other guys we are waiting for. 17 minutes as the first lap, of course, but and Shout has a 2:10.9 as a first lap. So he's closing in to Geronimo, but he's first, so he's lapping Geronimo. So that will be the first to be on a lap in this stint. The other ones are already lapped. Oh, that can be track limits for Shout. Will it be track limits? It are track limits. So he has a half-second penalty. The gap between Washed and Delamar is a little bit bigger. And Geronimo is closing in. But yeah, he needs to let Shout pass because he has a blue flags. So I don't know where he's gonna let him pass, because this is the other GTS car with the number 69. And then Skimobolet is from Nolar Racing. Then we have Tommy Clean is from EVX Racing, or what is it? Team Fastlane Racing. So he's from Fastlane Racing. Then Cupcake is from Race Asylum also. Kurt Mike is from which team? Goodwin E-Racing Club. Then we have the Netzer for the Silverhawk Racing. Then we have Paul ELG for Noordlichter with the number 206. He's also out. Then Kiki for the other Noordlichter Racing with the number 205. Splinter for the kiss my ass. What a from Red Way Racing League, so with the number 30, and he's 23 seconds behind Splinter, behind Kiki, and Yippee is from the other one, but I'm not sure which one. He needs to go out with the penalty. Shout has a little bit of a gap to Geronimo. They're close, so Geronimo is also close to Skimobolet. So will he catch him? Making sure you don't get the track limits. Geronimo wants to let Shout pass, I guess. Yeah. He's letting Shout pass. If you want to see somebody, just let me know, then I will go to them. Watch this 2.8 seconds behind. They were in a 1 second gap, but that gap's getting bigger. Tommy Clean is 1 minute and 11 seconds behind Geronimo. And Cupcake is also almost a minute behind Tommy Clean. So there are a little bit of gaps, but it doesn't matter. It is a long race, 24 hours, it's not nothing. Jerk Mike is 23 seconds behind. Netzer is 22 seconds behind, and then Paul 7 seconds, so 11 seconds. So they are pretty okay between each other. Then 24 seconds, and Yippee is now going out. So he's, I don't know how much behind of the leader, but we're gonna see right now how much he's behind the leader. Maybe we can't even see. 7 minutes behind, so he's 3 laps behind, I guess. So wait, he's at lap 2, yeah, 3 laps behind. So Shout is going to pass. Geronimo is also going to pass. They're going to, Skimobolet and Geronimo are battling. A little bit of a tap. But yeah, 5 tenths penalty. So Skimobolet will catch up at Geronimo again. That's not what you want, of course. And then we're gonna see, can Skimobolet catch up again? He probably will, for sure, because if Geronimo doesn't get the gap big enough, to let the penalty be clear, or make the gap big enough so the penalty doesn't matter. Yeah, it's good, but I don't think so, because they're pretty close to each other with times. Yeah, Wash is losing a lap almost to Delamar. Delamar is 1 minute 40 behind Shout. He's almost at the same lap times as Shout. Shout has the fastest lap right now with a 2:10.912. So those times are pretty close to each other. Then we have Jerome with 2:11.8 as fastest. Skimobolet has a 2:13 as fastest. So he needs to speed up a little bit to catch Geronimo again. Tommy Clean has a 2:12. Almost two exact same times, 2 laps after each other, so that's pretty good. Then we have Cupcake with the 2:14. He has a blue flag, so I don't know who's behind him. I think Geronimo and Skimoboletus, they are behind him, but Geronimo now will get slowed down. Is it too hard so Skimobolet can pass again? And we're gonna see if you're in the other cam, can he go for a send? No, he's too far behind. So Geronimo made the gap big enough to don't get overtaken. And then, yeah, that's good for him, of course, for Geronimo. Skimobolet needs to speed up now, because they're at the same time, and otherwise they're losing time. Jerk Mike has a 2:15.6. Can he improve? He can improve with a 2:15.010. Then we have Netzer with the 2:13 as first lap. Kiki with the 2:12 as first lap. 2:13 from Splinter. 2:38 for Paul. He went into the pits maybe, because the red ones of the times are most of the times when they go into the pits. So I guess he went into the pit. And then Yippee is at his first lap, and he needs to catch up 2 minutes to Paul, so hopefully he can get him, but it will be a long time. It's 2 hours racing, so they're going pretty hard. Like I said, if there is somebody you would like to watch, just let me know. See where the battles are. I think the closest battle is with Skimobolet and Geronimo. But Cupcake has a 5/10 penalty, probably just track limits. It will be slowed down, so that means Skimobolet will pass. Slowing down. He's going off the race line. Skimobolet passed him, so now he can catch up again to Geronimo, or try to catch up. See, good evening the wood. Hopefully this will be a good stream. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the stream. We have 25 watchers, so that's also pretty good. Are there some others close to each other? Not at this point. Kaye is also a lap down, I guess, or almost a lap down to Paul. Where's Paul? So almost a lap is maybe a little bit too big, but there is a big gap between them. Noordlichter is pretty cool livery. All the liveries are pretty good, of course. Go Kiki, we're gonna see it with Kiki. He's at the bus stop chicane. He's going for a big lap with a 2:12.1, so it's his fastest lap right now. And then we're gonna see Netzer is also doing 2:12s, a 2:14 for Merck. So Netzer is catching up about 2 seconds a lap. So maybe in 11 laps we have a battle between Cupcake and Merck. Mike. Tommy Clean has 2:12.5 as fastest lap right now. So yeah, Shout also improved his lap. So 2:13 from Schimmel. So that means if Tommy Clean can keep up that 2:12s, Schimmel is getting the 2:13s. That's 1 second each lap that Tommy Clean can close in. Geronimo is making the gap bigger because he's driving 2:11s, so 2:11. And then Washt is driving 2:12, and the Lamar is driving 2:11s also. So that means the gap is going bigger between Washt and Delamar. And then we have Shout with the 2:10s for 2 times in a row. So 2:10 to 11 to 11 to 11 to 10 to 10. So he's pushing real hard. He's also on the softs. Soft. I think everybody's on the soft. We're gonna go through them. Soft. Everybody's on the soft. So the best tire at this point. And then we're gonna see to turn out. Where are the battles right now? Or who do we want to watch? Just let me know. Well, I can watch back. This is also a pretty good view. Tommy Clean improved his lap time by 4/10. So he's driving a 2:12. So everybody is improving. Like you see, almost everybody's fastest lap was their last lap. So everybody's improving. Everybody is getting the feel of it, of the track. Schimmel also improved. Tommy Clean improved. Cupcake improved. Dirt Mike improved. That's just about not, but he's gonna improve right now, I guess. Because everybody is improving, so he will too. Kiki is driving a 2:11.9. So we have a few that driving 2:11. So that's pretty good, of course. But Kiki is closing the gap to Netzer. So and Netzer is also closing to Dirt Mike. So we're gonna see how close they will get to each other. That will be a nice battle to see, those three. Because Cupcake is driving faster, so that will not be anything. Splinter is driving slower than Kiki, so that gap will be getting bigger. And then Paul is now getting blue flags for the number 2, I think that it was. Number 3 for Washed. EPKA is driving 2:12s, so that's pretty fast times for everybody. Sadly, EPKA has to get back to the front, but it will take a long time. But he's fighting for the good times, and that's what we like to see. Let's see. Oh, it's a little bit of slippery. So Paul is improving. He feels the pressure of Washed, although they are not battling for place, but he feels the pressure. So he's feeling the pressure, so he's pushing real hard. Can he get a 2:12, 2:13? gonna see what he will get. He's getting a 213. Pretty good. And then Splinter and Kiki Nitzer. So they are closing into each other. Oh, Kiki has a little bit of slower lap than Netzer. And Netzer and Kiki are closing into Bird Mike. So we're gonna see. Cupcake is also not that fast right now. He needs to improve a little bit. He's at the bus stop chicane. How he takes it? He takes bus stop chicane pretty good. Or I think so. I could be wrong, of course. But yeah. Tommy Clean, also 212 arriving, so he's pretty consistent with the 212. Then Schimo Bullet is going with low 213s at the average. Geronimo is driving 211 consistency, maybe a low 212 average. Washed is driving 212 consistently, so at the average. Delamar is driving 211 consistently, and Shout is driving 210, so 210 are pretty fast laps, so he's 1 second faster almost than Delamar each lap. So that gap is getting bigger right now. That's not what the other teams would like to see, of course, but it's waiting till we can get more information about the other ones and about the times, of course. So it's waiting till we see great times and see the improvement, of course. I don't know what's wrong there with the times. So 2:11.7, 2:12.6, so that's also pretty good. And the times. Everybody's still on the softs. How is it with fuel? Shout is using a little bit more fuel than Delamar, and the rest are almost at the same fuel. Well, Tommy Clean is almost done with fuel, so he didn't put a lot of fuel in at the first place, so hopefully it will get with the pit stop better, but that's waiting till we know more about the pit stops, when everybody will go into the pits. Dirk Mike needs to pit right now, I guess, because his fuel is pretty low. And is he going into the pits? Yes, he is going into the pits. He's going for fuel. And is he going to tire switch? We're gonna see right now. Netzer is going to pass. Netzer passed. Kiki will also pass, but what is Mike gonna do? Is he gonna switch tires? Or is he only refueling? He's also switching tires. So we're gonna see when he's out of the pits which tire he did put on. I think he will put on the softs again, but it's waiting a little bit till we know more and when he's out of the pits. But Kiki and Netzer passed Dirk Mike, and Splinter is also going for the Merc, but how close will it be when Mike is out of the pits? He's also on the soft still, I guess. Softs are the fastest tires, so it would be weird to go into the medium. So he's on the softs and he fueled almost to the full. And how close is Splinter? Splinter is now going up to Eau Rouge, so that gap will be pretty close. It's closing in 6 seconds, 5 seconds, but there it is. Can we see 4.4, so I think it will be still 4.4. So that's a pretty close gap, of course. Is Dirt Mike into the side of Splinter? No, not yet. Oh, there he is. So he has him inside, so he can chase him down. But Splinter also needs to pit. Not right now, of course, but in 10 laps or so maybe. I don't know how much fuel usage they are using. Good evening, Malcolm. So it depends on how they are using their tires and using their fuel. Tommy Clean, I think he can go for 2 more laps maybe, and then he will go into the pits. Or will he dive into the pits right now? No, he's not diving into the pits right now. He's going for it. Yippee-ki-yay, he just left Yippee-ki-yay. Tommy Clean is driving a race on his own, because the gap in front and at the back are pretty great, so pretty big. Is there someone else who might need to pit? No. So at this point nobody needs to pit. Only Tommy Clean maybe in a few laps time. Kiki is going for the Netzer, but is he going closer? Not at this point. They're pretty at the same lap times. The gap is sometimes getting a little bit bigger with Netzer, sometimes a little bit closer. So welcome Nicotientje. Good evening. Well, Gary, who is Gary? Good. What do you mean, Bory? Jerry, Geronimo. Geronimo is going at 4th place with 20 seconds behind Washed and 13 seconds in front of Schimmel. He's lapping faster than Schimmel, so that gap will be getting bigger. And he's closing in into Washed. So that's waiting maybe a few more laps. And we're gonna see how it will turn out. Shout is still driving the 210s or no 211s, but low 211, so he's making the gap bigger. Is Shout improving? We're gonna see at this sector time. His tires are already halfway, so that's not as used as it needs to be, but he has time left. He's 6/10 down or 7/10 down at his fastest lap, so he's driving a 2:11.2 again, so he's pretty fast. There we have the blue flags for number 11. So number 11 is Splinter. He's getting the blue flags for the number 2. But he's closing into the Dirt Mike. So we're gonna see, can he catch him? They are both going to Rouge, going at the top. What are lap times to Jerk Mike has spun in lap 10 because 258 is not that great, and the 225 also not that great, so no, he went into the pits. That were his pit laps, so he didn't spun. That were his pit laps. But Splinter is closing in, and Delamar is also closing in, so it's waiting a little bit to get the battle that is going for P10. Splinter will need to let Delamar pass, so I'm gonna see if there is somebody close to each other as well. Is somebody closing in to each other? Not yet. So the closest one are these two, so we're gonna follow them a little bit. Nicotine, that's not great. Peeing into a bottle. Can you hold your bladder for 2 hours? Maybe you need to go to the toilet before the stint, not at the stint. That is defining the two pit stops behind each other. But Splinter has let Delamar pass, so now he needs to try to follow, of course, because if he can follow Delamar, he maybe can improve his lap times. That would be great for Splinter. And maybe he can catch Dirk Mike, so I'm gonna see him. The gap is getting a little bit bigger between them. And then is Kiki closing in still to Netzer, a 212, a 214. Yes, and Netzer also has a penalty, so he needs to slow down at the penalty line. So that means Kiki is going down, or getting closer with a 212 and a 212. So they are driving almost the same times. Kiki has a little slower average, but not that big of a deal. And then Cupcake is driving 214s. So Netzer and Kiki are still catching up. About 1 second and a half each lap. So that means 20 laps and then they will be at Cupcake. Tommy Clean went to the pits for new softs and a full tank. And then we're gonna see to the rest. Shout also needs to, he can go for 5 more laps maybe with his fuel. I don't know if he's saving fuel or going to push. He has a gap of about 2 minutes, so almost a lap even. So he can slow down a little bit, but of course he's not gonna do that. Go Kiki, go Paul. Who's Paul? Where is Queen? Here is Paul. Paul is getting a blue flag for number 1 for Shout behind him. But the gap is too big, so he can drive his own race at this point. He has time. And he's going for it. He had a fastest lap with 2:13.6. So he's going for it. Maybe he's also saving a little bit of fuel. That's maybe the reason his times are a little bit slower. So it depends. Yippee is also trying to follow with 212s. So he's a little bit faster than Paul, so he's closing in. But the gap is too big at this point. Gert Mike has a 217 last lap. So Splinter catched him. So we just missed that, unfortunately. But Splinter, his times are greater than Gert Mike, so but there are close battling. Gert Mike isn't giving up, so he's trying to push full on to catch Splinter again. Oh, Splinter maybe got a time penalty there because of the track limits. Yes, he has a time penalty because of the track limits. It will not be this lap, but the lap that is the next lap, of course, because he was at the penalty line. So we're gonna see, can Gerg Mike send it here? Can he send it? No, he's too far behind, so he can't send it. He needs to be on the brake on time and needs to try to follow. Stay close behind Splinter so he can pass when Splinter is getting the penalty. And Paul is also closing in. He still has the blue flag, but he's improving with the 2:13.3, so he's improving. That's good for him. Oh, a little bit of a slide from Splinter, but the gap is getting bigger to Gerg. So hopefully Gerg can get close or keep close. Try and stay onto the track. Pretty good few corners, pretty good sector, and then closing in, going smooth on the throttle, trying to follow. Going there, going too fast on the throttle because otherwise he will spin out. He needs to downshift a little bit earlier, I guess, and then going faster onto the throttle to go as fast as possible. Sorry about that. And is he close enough to get... oh no, Merck also has a penalty. They both have a penalty, so I didn't saw that. I didn't notice. So because they have the same, also both have penalty, they both are getting slowed down and there will not be an advantage. So that's close. Kiki is also closing in right now at Netzer. Not by much, but by a little bit. Netzer is at Lacombe, is that, I guess, that it was. And now Kiki is also at Lacombe, so they're pretty close. 27 seconds between Cupcake and the car in front, Tommy Clean, and the car in the back, Netzer. So he can drive his own race. He doesn't need to watch out for something. He just needs to push and keep between the racing lines. We're gonna check fuel from everybody. Right now, Shout needs to quit, I think, next lap. Maybe track limits. And are track limits? We gonna see right now. No track limits, I guess. Or it will be very close and then you will get them later on. I don't think it were track limits because otherwise he would get them already. He's trying to catch them, or who is it in front? Oh, the number 3 washed, so he's almost lapping washed. So the first team, GTSV was it, I guess, with the number, I could see it, with the number 68, I guess it was. Yeah, I think it was the number 68. They are almost lapped everyone. A few more times, of course, but they are going pretty fast. Geronimo is also closing in to wash, so 14 seconds, and the lap times are pretty identical, so it's not catching by much, but he's catching maybe a tenth each lap or so, but a tenth each lap is a tenth each lap. If Washed makes a mistake, then it's easier for Geronimo to catch, of course. but it's waiting and pushing, of course. Chimo already has a gap of 35 seconds in front of him with Geronimo. He was in front, but when Geronimo passed, he went through. Shout is in for fuel and new tires, of course. So, what tires will he put on and how much fuel will they take? Is he going to take the same amount of fuel for the same amount of laps with his soft tires, or is he going to fuel up with the full and going to the mediums maybe so he can drive out the whole race? Or we're gonna see when he's out. He's fueling up, and how much is he going to fuel up? Going to fuel up 72, so he can go maybe 1 lap extra or 2 laps extra than he has driven now. So that means he can go to lap 40, 39, 40, 41 at around that gap. Make sure you don't get track limits at that point. And then the gap is getting closer, of course, from Delamar, but Delamar needs, yes, I can show Yippee. Yippee is 1 minute 30 behind Paul, and he's lapping at 2:12.5. So, what was his last lap? At 2:13. So, he's driving at a great pace with the 2:12.5, so that's a great pace, of course. I don't know why his last was 2:35, maybe a little mistake somewhere. He's 8 minutes behind the leader, but yeah, he's going for it. He's pushing. In the dark, pushing is also not that easy, but he's doing great. And here we have Paul, but Yippee, I think he can go 2 laps or 3 laps, and then he needs to pit. Paul has a few more laps, but has a penalty right now. Merck already have pitted, so he has a lot more fuel, but has a penalty again. Splinter still needs to pit, so that means Gert Mike will be jumping over Splinter, and then I think the top people are also in the pit. Yeah, Geronimo is going out for 1 lap more with his softs, and Delamar is pitted with washed. So we're gonna see how much of a gap they will come out with. So they had a 13-second gap, and Delamar is 15 seconds behind Geronimo, but Geronimo still needs to pit. He needs to pit this lap. And the gap between Washed and Delamar is still 13 seconds. Schimo is going to... Is he getting the blue flags, or who's getting the blue flags? Cupcake is getting the blue flags for Shout, maybe? No, Shout is... Yeah. Is it Shout? I don't know. No, Cupcake isn't getting it for Shout. He's getting them for someone else. Who will it be? Ooh. Mike has a penalty. Yippee is into the pits. He has damage at his front left. So he made a mistake somewhere and got big damage. His tire is already good, but his front bumper isn't. So he's going to pits, putting a new set of softs on his car and fueling till maybe 65-70% of fuel. For fast lane, and he's fueling. And where will he come out? He will come out behind Gert Mike, so that means Gert Mike is putting him on a lap again. together with Splinter. So they're putting him on a lap, and Paul is also going to put him on a lap. How this will turn out. They're both coming out. Yeah, and there is Paul. So Yippee needs to unlap himself and then push all the way through to get in front of Paul. So that's a big gap, but he will drive amazing because 2:13 is pretty good. And then we have Paul with 11 seconds behind Bergmike. Then we have 3 seconds behind Splinter. Splinter has a gap to 42 seconds to Kiki. Kiki is closing into Netzer, but not by much. Sometimes it's 5/10 a lap. Sometimes they almost have the same lap time. So it depends. They also have the Cupcake is into the pits. So Netzer just passed him. And Kiki is also going into the pits. He could have go for one lap more, I guess. But he's going to try to get an undercut to Netzer. Cupcake is going out. And Netzer at that point is at P7. He's 1 minute behind Tommy Clean. Tommy Clean is 1 minute and 30 behind Schimmel. Schimmel is just going in and pitted. We put on the softs again, so everybody is still going to the soft tire. He's 2 minutes behind the leader. Geronimo is still at P4 with 14 seconds behind Washed. Washed is losing time, but that's not so bad. The gap is at this point big enough, but he needs to watch out for Geronimo. And then we have Delamar, and Shout is at the front with 211s driving. Who needs to pit? I think everybody has pitted right now. Tommy Clean just pitted. Netzer still needs to pit, so he's the only one, I guess, that needs to pit. No, Splinter also needs to pit, but it doesn't matter. So Kiki is pretty close now, right now. Will he catch him? Of course, but because he has fresher tires, he has more fuel, but the fresher tires. Fast onto the throttle, trying to close in the gap to Splinter. Now making sure he doesn't lose his rear, because he's pushing real hard. And a little bit of slide, but he's getting past maybe into the next corner. Side by side to Blanchimont, and he's passed. So he did a great job, but can Splinter come back with a dive or not? No, he's not gonna dive. Smart move. He's going to the pits. Yeah, his fuel is almost done. And Netzer is also into the pits. He's at the pit out, so can Kiki catch him? We're gonna see. I think Kiki's will catch him. Ooh, Kiki's now at the La Source. Netzer is out. So how much will be the gap be? Latieri is in. There he is at the. He's closing in. He's 2 seconds closed in to Washed. So he's going pretty damn hard. Everyone is going pretty damn hard, of course. Everybody's pushing. Yeah, so we're gonna see how it will turn out. Right, first, something. We also almost have 500 subs, so that would be great. And we're gonna see, are there any other battles right now? Kiki is closing into Nexter, but they both got pitted. So is he closing? And just at the best of chicane, Greg Mike is also going, but his tires are almost at the half because he went for an early stop. He's also using a lot of tires because, yeah, he almost needs pit every 15 laps maybe. So that's a high tire usage. I don't know if it's because of the Mercedes or because he's steering too hard into the corners or trying to push a little bit too hard. Paul is closing into a sprinter, and Yippee is getting blue flags, so that's not so fun, of course, getting a lot of blue flags, but it doesn't matter. Everybody is pushing, and that's what we like to see. If there are people you would like to see, just let me know in chat, then I'm gonna go to them. I'm just gonna take something to drink and maybe a little snack because I'm a little bit hungry. So I will be right back. Got something to snack, got something to drink, so we don't get any further. What's that? Times of Tommy. Let's go to Tommy. Tommy Clean is going 212s. 12 and a half. So high to 212s. Yeah, I was going to get something to snack, so we're at Tommy right now. Schimo is driving 213s, so Tommy is closing in. Geronimo is driving to 12 low maybe at an average. And Wash is also driving to 12 slow. Delmar did drive a 2:10.8, so pretty close to the fastest lap of Shout. And Shout is driving 2:11s low or high 2:10s. So it's 20 seconds behind Delamar and Wash, so they are 22 seconds behind. Geronimo is closing in to so what's the last lap? Merck on P12. No, Merck is at P10. Driving 2:16s. It's not the fastest laps, and YPKA is going behind him. He's unlapping himself one time already. Driving 2:12s, and then Paul is at Lassus. Then we have Splinter, so he's 35 seconds behind the Merc, behind Jerk, with the Merc. Jokes. And then, Jerk made a mistake. Be careful to go back onto the track. He made a mistake there. That's not so good. We're just on him at the right time to see it, because I don't have a keyboard, still don't have a keyboard. I maybe need to buy one at the Action, so I can do the replays. That's on my to-do list, but yeah, I'm not streaming that much anymore, so that's the reason why I still didn't bought it. But maybe I need to work on it if I want to stream more. KK is closing into Netserm. He's almost 1 second faster than Netserm. So he will catch him in about, take 10 laps or so. They are both closing into Cupcake. So it will still be a battle for P7. Tommy is getting blue flags for Delamar. And YPKA is getting blue flags. Oh, Merc is in, yeah, for repairing his car. And new sets of softs. Yeah, also refueled, so Paul passed him, but is now coming out, so no, Paul is in front of Dirk Mike. That's pretty good of Paul, of course. So a few already did 2 stops, a few did 1 stop. So yeah, it's sadly of YPKA, of course, that is 1 lap down, or almost 1 lap down to in front, but he will catch up. He's driving faster than Dirk. Paul has his best lap at this point with the 2:31, so he's pushing real hard. Then we have Sprinter with the 2:13 for that is the last lap. Kiki with the 212. Netzer just did his best lap with the 212.3 and is improving again, so Kiki needs to push a little bit harder to catch him. And he's a little bit slower, so Cupcake is driving 213s. Tommy Clean also driving 213s, middle at an average. Delmar is going to pass him. Show me Tommy, please. You can get Tommy again. He's getting passed by Delamere. So now Tommy needs to try and follow Delamar. It would be great. No problem, Byron. He's 44 seconds behind Schimo. And Geronimo is closing into Wash, but Wash also pushed his car to the limit because the 211.6 is his fastest at the moment. Delmar is driving 211s high, low, yeah, mid, take mid. And Shout is driving 211s mid also. So everybody's driving really good. I don't know what my lap times would be. But yeah, I'm not driving, so it doesn't matter, of course. From a few I can surely learn. Gonna see Kiki and Netzer are almost driving the same lap time, so that gap will be 8 seconds almost. So they are both pushing really hard. Splinter is with the Audi also at P10. Paul with the Porsche at P11. Gurk with the Merc at P12. Yippee with the Audi at P13. He's getting blue flags again. For who is it? He's getting blue flags. For Delamar. So yeah, the slowest is, I guess, 214 maybe from Gurk. But yeah, it doesn't matter, of course. And yeah, there are 2 Porsches, I thought. The two Nordlichters are driving with the Porsches. So Porsche 1. And the other Nordlichter is driving with Porsche 2. We can't see it, of course, because he's in dark driving. Only at the bus stop chicane there's a little bit of light. And we have the Merc for, I don't know which team. I can see right now. I also can zoom in, I guess, or can I? I can see it. And then the other ones are all driving with the Audi, so I think the Audi is the best car at this track. Gap between Kiki and Netzer is getting bigger, so Kiki is driving a little bit slower. Netzer pushed his car to his fastest lap with 212.3. Cupcake is getting blue flags. The gap is big enough right now. Gonna start again at the top to see what the drivers are with tire, or how the drivers are getting their tire wear and fuel. So we're gonna check that right now. Shout is at half his tires with a quarter of fuel left. Delamar 2. So I think they will need to pit at almost the same time. Wash also needs to pit at the same time. Jordan can go 1 or 2 laps longer. So that will be close to see if he can get a P3 at the moment when the pits are. Schema Bullet also can go a little bit longer. Tommy Clean has a lot of fuel, but his tires are halfway, a bit further than halfway. So he maybe needs to pit a little bit faster. Then Cupcake, his tires are pretty good right now and also pretty good with fuel. Letzer is Tommy still behind Yippee on track. Tommy is still behind Yippee. So that's Delamar, and then we have, so it's Delamar behind Yippee, and then we have Tommy Clean behind that. Or do we have Washed first? No. So it's that, and Schimmel is behind Delamar? No, behind, I don't know who. But they are pushing out really hard, so that's great to see, of course. They're already driving 1 hour and a half almost. I guess, yeah, it's all the same, of course. Gurk is P2 is behind Yippee, yeah. So it's Yippee, Delamar, and behind Delamar, so you can see it's Tommy. So Tommy needs to try and follow, get better laps, but it's also pretty good. I'm not at his pace, I guess, but he's trying to follow. The gap between Geeky and Netzer is still 8.5 seconds. It's the same to the last time we saw. So they are almost driving the same lap times each time. Keep it up, Geeky. Try to close in, of course. But the 2:13.1 and a 2:12.7, so that's 5/10 difference. So that's the reason why there is now a gap of 9 seconds. Is Rouge flat out? No, a little lift from Kiki. Maybe Shout is taking it flat out. We're gonna see where Shout is going to Rouge. So I would like to see, is he taking it flat out? Maybe not with the wear of tires he has right now, but I would like to see it if he's taking it flat out. A little lift, not too much, but a little lift. For the rest it's flat out, even with the half his tires gone. So I think with good tires he's going flat out. P2 is still behind Yippee, so Yippee needs to let him pass. He's going to let him pass right here. That's fair play. Geronimo is driving 5 tenths faster than Washed, so he's closing in the gap. So now it's waiting till he's catching Washed. Schimo, 1 minute behind Geronimo, so he's almost a half a lap behind. And Tommy is getting blue flags for shout, I guess it was. I'm gonna try it, see it like this. No, that's too far away. Yeah, shout is there. So shout is putting Tommy clean at 2 laps already. So Tommy is 2 laps behind. Almost 2 laps behind. Not yet, of course, but he's going to the side or not? No, not yet. The gap is still big enough. I probably would have let Shout through there, but yeah, that's not the greatest thing you can do. He did it there, so good moment to let him through. So Shout is not losing too much time, and Tommy Clean is also not losing too much time. Gap between Netsi and Kiki is getting bigger. So that's not too great, of course. The next lobby is up because it's 1.5 hours to go. Maybe a little more. Well, we're getting closer and closer. We're gonna go to Geronimo again. 7 seconds. So he's really closing in the gap. That's a closing into Cupcake. Yes, because 2.12s from Netzer and 2.14s from Cupcake. So Netzer is also closing into to Cupcake. Cupcake just got lapped by Schimo Bullet. Schimo Bullet has a 5/10 penalty. So depending on how fast Cupcake can follow or how close Cupcake can follow, he maybe can get past again. Hey Gilbert, Willy, Free Willy, you need to drive the next stint, Willy, or what stint do you need to drive, or just watching, of course, also a possibility. Cupcake didn't get past again, but Netzer is closing in. Kiki is not closing in to Netzer right now. He was closing in, but Netzer is a bit more fuel, but they are at the same tires. So it depends at what time Kiki is going to pit, what time is Netzer going to pit, and what time Cupcake is going to pit. But Cupcake with the 2:17.8, and Netzer with the 2:13.4, so that's 4.5 seconds that Netzer is close in to Cupcake. And he's still closing in. And Jerry is at 7 seconds behind Washed, so I think we're gonna first see Netzer closing into Cupcake, but we need to try and take a look at that sometimes. We're gonna see, is there someone who needs to pit in a few laps? Shout maybe needs to pit one more time for fuel and tires, but he has a penalty, so I guess through Eau Rouge he has track limits. No damage. Delamar needs to pit a little bit faster, I guess, than Shout, but with one more stop it's enough. Then Washed is needing to pit also one more time, but he needs to make sure he has fueled enough, because if he doesn't have fueled enough, then it's not so good. Gap to P3 and P4 is 6.8 seconds, almost 7 seconds, so Geronimo is closing in about half second each lap, so it's pretty close between those two, but yeah, it's waiting. And then Chimo will let 1 minute behind. He also needs to do, I think everyone needs to do one more pit stop. Netzer is going in pretty fast. It's almost 2 seconds now the last lap, so I'm gonna watch a little bit of Netzer and Cupcake action. And then, Paul is also maybe closing in to split. Paul just spun. Was closing into Splinter. Is Yippee closing into P12? He's driving 1 second and closer. So Yippee is closing in on P12. I think he was 1 minute and a half behind, so he already closed in 30 seconds, maybe almost a second each lap, so Yippee is closing in. P3 to P13. P13 is 8 minutes 44 behind P1. Washed is 2 minutes behind 27, so it's almost 6 minutes behind, so 2.5 laps between P3 and P13. 2.5 laps. Give or take 2.5 laps, not exactly. Is Shout going into the pits? He's at the bus stop chicane. He's going for one more lap. He was sliding a little bit. Needs to be careful onto the throttle. Then Delamar is also not going into the pits. Washed is also not going into the pits, so they will go into the pits this lap. If I see the fuel, of course, I guess they are going into the pits. Geronimo is closing in, but we're gonna see Netzer is a little bit closer to Cupcake. There they are. Both onto the TV screen. Or on the screen. Can we get Tommy in view? Yeah, of course we can get Tommy in view. You just need to ask and we can get them in view. How do we want them in view? Cockpit cam. Also a little bit of cockpit cam, of course. This cam. I want to see the whole car. So we can see his racing lines. Going pretty wide, but good enough. Into the track limit, so that's good enough. Whereas behind someone who's way back behind, so the blue flaps are a little bit too early. Yeah, it's very dark right now. It's also dark outside, so they try to get the time as real life. So the next stint also will start into the dark, I guess. Delamar is into the pits. Shout is one more. He's still out. Shout is staying out. Delamar went into the pits. He needs fuel. Bush also needs to go into the pits. So Geronimo will take over P2 at this point. Or is he also going into the pits? Oh, he's staying out. Tommy Clean into the pits. He needs new tires. And Geronimo passed Delamar and washed, so he's now at P2. Oh, a little bit of track limits, so he will get 5/10 penalty. Tommy is going out, also with a new set of soft. Cupcake needs to pit because he's low on fuel, so he will pit this lap or next lap. But we're gonna follow Netzer. I don't know if I can improve the lighting in game. I will try, but I'm not sure. No. I don't think I can do it right now, so I maybe can do like this screen, and you maybe have a little bit more light of the things. Yeah, Randy, I don't want to leave. Can I leave right now, or because I want to stay into the just here exit, or instead of a PlayStation of stairs. Oh. This better? Is good or higher or lower? Yes, yes. Oh, I need to press X, of course. Like this. Spectate. So hopefully this is better. I'm gonna put on all display, of course. Like this, and if I put it like this now, or maybe that's too, like this. Is it much better? 2.0? I will put to put a 2.0. Settings 2.0. Like this. And then we're gonna see the timings. Netzer is going to the pits. Cupcake is staying out for one more lap, so, and Kiki is also going into the pits, I guess. Yes, he's going into the pits. Cupcake is out, so will Netzer get the undercut? We're gonna find out next lap. Tommy Clean, because Tommy Clean was also a highly requested maybe Yippee-ki-yay. He's closing in 1 to 2 seconds each lap right now. So that's pretty good of Yippee-ki-yay, of course. Geronimo is into the pits. Kirkmerk has a 1 second penalty, so 2 track limits probably. And then we have Paul. He's 14 seconds behind Splinter, so they are pretty close to each other. No problem anymore. If possible, I would love to stream more. Maybe I need to make sure that I have a keyboard that I can put in to the PlayStation or into the hub, so I can switch easier through the people and maybe do replays, because now I can do replays, but maybe that's for something next time, maybe not. It can be a cheap exit pit. Jerry is 8 seconds behind. Go to the action. Yeah, I'm gonna see, is this the action? There is not action right now, or not as much as we would like, but they are all pretty close to each other. Let's see. So just went into the pits. There's a little bit more fuel than the others, but normally they don't need to pit anymore. So we're gonna see who needs to pit. Yeah, oh, this is too light. He's pitting, so he's done for that. For keyboard. To action. Action. Ni action. No, there is an action between, I think, 1.5 kilometers from my house. So I need to go there and for the keyboard. I know there it's pretty cheap, and keep closing in on all P10 to P12. I'm gonna see is maybe even closing in to Kiki. Yippee-ki-yay is going to the pits. He's driving 214 low at an average. Kirkmerk is driving 215 low. If my math is correct today, so it's half second to a second difference. Oh, Merc is going wide. We just have that on stream again. Oh, first a night rest. So stint 8 is from 6 to 8 a.m. I guess. 6 to 8 a.m. Yeah, I can't stay up for the whole night because I have a football match tomorrow. I need to be there on the football at 9:15 a.m. and always going wide again, and then I need to play at 10:15 till 12:15 p.m. and then when that is done, Kiki is closing into Cupcake, and then from 12:15 p.m. I can go home, eat something, and from 1:30 p.m. I need to go to work at the karting area 53 at Motsel in Belgium. I need to work there for the karting from 1:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. So if you would like to go, always welcome to kart. I can get a discount, but if you would like to come and see me, I'm working then. And if you put the sim, it's for sure me normally, because I got sim. But when I'm not simming or not at the sim, I'm at karting. So always welcome to come kart at area 53 in Motsel. So that's a past Cupcake, so the undercut worked for him. Also, he's driving a little bit faster, around 2 seconds each lap, so wasn't that hard for Netzer to get the place. So Netzer is at P7 right now. And yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna start at the front, so lap 43. So we need to go on time, gap P11 to P13. It's 1 minute and a half. It's 1 minute to Dirk and 30 seconds almost to Paul. So 1 minute and a half from P13 to P11. So P11 to P12 is 25 seconds and then 55 seconds to YPKA. So he's driving pretty good because he's closing the gap pretty much about 2 seconds each lap. So Dirk is making a few mistakes. I don't know. He's also on the mediums. Why is he on the mediums? He's the only one on the mediums. Was it necessary to go into the mediums? Or is that a mistake he did to sadly put the mediums on instead of the softs? Or is it maybe because you want to, his softs were going pretty, how was it? Go down pretty much. So maybe he needs the mediums to go till the end right now. Paul we'll see, is he closing into Splinter? 246, 215. So Paul is closing into Splinter. So he's going for P10. So it's waiting for Noordlichter. So he's Noordlichter and Kiki was also Noordlichter. He's closing into Cupcake. He's driving 213s. Ooh, Delamo is close behind. So I'm not gonna be sure when they will get past. So I think Kiki will go to the side right now with his blinker. So Delamar can pass, no? I would have let Delamar pass right there. Kiki didn't, so hopefully he's not driving too much in the way. Or maybe he's gonna let him pass right here. Yeah, he's using his blinker, so Delamar can pass. And Kiki can try and follow. try to catch Cupcake together. Cupcake is losing time to Netzer. Netzer is closing into Tommy. No, they are almost driving the same times. And then we're gonna go see in front. 9 minutes and 9 seconds and a half, not 9 minutes and a half, 9 seconds and a half difference between Washed and Geronimo. Blue flags, but it's because of the guys in front, I guess. Damar is 2 minutes behind. Kiki is going pretty hard. Kiki's blinker is still on. His left blinker is still on. He needs to turn it off, maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't matter, of course. But I don't know if he has someone else in his back. It's far enough so he could turn his blinker off. If he doesn't want to, it doesn't matter. But if he can follow Delamar, he can improve his lap times maybe. I'm gonna go every guy his lap times again, because someone was trying to get each lap time from everyone, so I'm gonna go there all through again. Chow did a 2:10 last lap, so he's going pretty hard. Then we have the Delamar is going with around 2:11 mid quick match, so 2:11 mid, 2:12 mid, something about that range. Washed is driving 2:12 low. Then Geronimo is driving 2:12 low also, so he closed in 1.2 seconds last lap. Then we have Skimo Bullet. He's driving 2:13 low, so I think he put his power up, so he's trying to push to Geronimo. Tommy Clean is driving also 2:13 low. Yeah, 2:13 low. Netzer is driving 2:13. Cupcake get a little bit wide there, so Kiki can get closer. Kiki is trying to follow, still his blinker on. He forgot to turn it off, but it doesn't matter, of course. Paul is closing into Splinter, not by much, but he's closing in. And then Berg is losing time to Paul, and Yippee already closing 10 seconds to Merck, and then Merck lost 8 seconds to Berg. That will be close to track limits. And Merck lost 8 seconds almost to Paul, so I think Yippee won 2 seconds to Paul. So Paul is a little bit closing into Splinter. So everyone is doing their best. Cupcake is getting blue flags. Gap is big enough right now, so you can ignore them for a little bit. The times from Netzer are 2:12 mids. Tommy Clean is driving 2:30 mids the last 3 laps, so Netzer is closing in into Tommy Clean. And Tommy Clean is also closing in into Skimo Bullet. So we're early on the throttle again. And then Geronimo 2:11.8, 2:11.6 from Washed. So they are driving almost the same lap time, so Geronimo is not closing in right now. Sadly, of course. Because Geronimo is GTSV. I'm also from GTSV, so maybe next time I'm driving myself, but it's a little bit more practice then. And make sure I don't need to work or stuff like that, so Who do we want to see? Just let me know in chat. Tommy is following Geronimo. Ooh. Kiki is close to Cupcake. Can he get him? Who have they behind? They have behind Shout? Yeah, they're behind Shout. Ooh, that would be close to the track limit. Oh! Cupcake made a mistake. He went into the wall. Kiki passed him. Yes, damage. Has he a lot of damage? No. Cupcake didn't have damage, so he braked just in time, so he didn't hit the wall that hard. But the gap to Splinter will be closed a lot. And Kiki already put a gap of 14 seconds because of that. He has Shout behind, but it's too far away, so he can still drive like he wants. With a little bit of a slide. And Kiki needs to try to get back to Netzer. I want to say Netzer closing into Tommy Clean, but it's not Tommy Clean in front of him. Ooh, and maybe track limits from Netzer. Yes, track limits. Geronimo, is he closing? Oh, 2:11.2. It was 5 seconds faster than Washed, so can he get it through or not? Oh, it's pushing 2:11.4, 2:11.8, 4 tenths faster than Washed was Geronimo. So and Washed is 28 seconds behind Delamere, and he's 2 minutes and 6 seconds behind Shout. Shout is almost catching him. Shout is first going to catch Kiki. Gap is big enough, so it doesn't let Shout pass right now. Where are the bubbles? Geronimo is closing in, but a little bit more, but little bit by little bit. So if the rest can close in too, it would be great, of course. Schimmo is not losing time to Tommy Clean. Tommy Clean is losing a little bit time to Schimmo Bullet. So Schimmo Bullet is making the gap bigger. And then we have Netzer. He is getting the blue flags for who's behind him. Well, we can see at this camera. Can we see at this camera? Yeah. See? He's not getting. Why he's getting the blue flag for number 12 behind him? Or is maybe the one behind number 12? Who's behind number 12? No, he's too far away, so it's weird he's getting blue flag. EPKA is only 35 seconds behind Jerk Mike, so he's closing in. P12 to P11. P12 to P11 is 35 seconds. So EPKA is 1 minute 10 seconds behind Paul. So between P13 and P11, that's the gap. Then there is an 18-second gap to Splinter. So they are at 1 minute 30 seconds. So between EPKA and Splinter, it's 1 minute 30 seconds. So that's, yeah, pretty decent. They are pushing all real hard. The lap times of EPKA are also 2 to 3 seconds, maybe even 4 seconds sometimes faster than Jerk Mike. So yeah, it's not that great for Jerk Mike, but he's driving his best, he's doing his best, and that's the most important part, of course. He's getting slowed down, and then we have Humo that will get past him, flashing their lights, say, here I am. Go to the side, EPKA, Chick Merc, side by side, Merc, yeah. It was close, but they had enough space, so Delamere is also going to catch them, or trying to catch them, and Shout is trying to catch them, of course. So Shout is trying to put them on a lap, and then he is now 50 laps in. So we need to make sure we go on time to Shout again, because then the next lobby will start. I don't know who's the next lobby streamer. I will try to find his YouTube or his Twitch, so I can put the link into the chat, so you guys can get easier to the place you need to be. Sure. I don't see the next stream ready right now. So yeah, the next stream is waiting a little bit to put them in the stream. It's also because Shout is going with a few laps. Yeah, washed is tires P2, P3 are almost the same and are a little bit worse than rest. Next streamer, Droopy81 on YouTube. I will try to find him already. Droopy _81. I don't find him. Droopy _81. Found him. And then Dylan share. And then the link, because I don't know if you guys can put the link in my chat, but this is the link of the next one who's going to stream. So you guys have it as well. So when you want to go to the next one, you have the link now into the chat. I don't know if I can put that message. Yeah, I can put it like this, so that when the next one is going live, you can follow it. Shout at lap 51, so 55 is going in, I guess, or maybe 56 is going in, because if they are going too fast over the start finish, the other ones are not going. So Delamere is getting catched by Shout. And we have washed. Pace P3 is 112 low, 112 mid maybe, something like that. Geronimo is closing in because he's driving 211 high. So yeah, 211.7 also, something like that. So Geronimo is catching in on P3. And his tires are better than others. And fuel, they are almost the same. So it's pretty close between the top top 4 or 2 to 4. They are pretty close for sure, of course, because it's still 18 hours left, if I'm right. Yeah, 18 hours left. So they need to keep pushing. We have here a train from Schimmel, Delamere, Shout, and a few others. Are they here? I'm gonna see. YPKA is only 22 seconds behind Jerk Merc, and so he's closing in. So it depends on what the last or the next driver is from the team. 53 laps. Then I need to go to Shout. In front of P3 is Delamere, so he's from, try and see which team, from Asylum Racing, with the number 44, in front of the number 33. Shout, Scout, it's all the same. P2 is Delamere. He's going with the pace from 212 low. Asylum Racing 44 in front of the 33, indeed. But Delamere is getting blue flags from Shout. So they are still going for 52 laps. So I'm gonna. Can I see Tommy? Yes, of course you can see Tommy. Here's Tommy. He's lapping around 113 low. 113 low. Not the track, not the position. Yeah. Oh, you mean like that was in front of E3? No one right now. He just passed. Oh yeah, the Cupcake. Cupcake is in front of Washed, so the number 3. So Cupcake needs to be going to the sides so that Washed can pass and YPKA can pass maybe. But Cupcake isn't letting Washed past, so it's waiting. Yes, Washed is through. YPKA is also going to try and battle for it. And then we have number 4, Geronimo, who is going to try and catch Washed. And Scout is at P1 and at lap 53, so I don't know if he needs to pit right now or not. Because I thought they said from stint 5 or 6 that they will go with 54 laps. So P9 damage, it's possible P9 doesn't have damage. Geronimo is passed. And nobody has damage but the only one. Burke is on the medium, so the Jerk is losing a lot of time. but no one has damage right now. EPK is on the softs. Scout is behind Delamere, so Delamere is getting blue flags. He's letting him past. And now you can say they are fighting for P1. It's not, but you can say they are now fighting for P1. It's more fun, of course. Maybe Delamere can follow right now. And can learn from Scout. But at the next lap, we need to follow Scout because he's going in first. Then we're gonna follow everyone because I don't want to be late. Geronimo is closing in to Wash, so will he get him? We will see in about a few laps maybe. So they're close to each other. Then Skimo is about what is it? 1.75 of a lap behind. Tommy is closing into Skimo Bullet. So Netzer, Kiki and Netzer. Netzer is going faster than Kiki, so he's making it get bigger. Yeah, Kiki's not that fast, but Kaya is closing in to Gerd. He's only 15 seconds behind, but 9 minutes 20 seconds behind Scout. That's a lot, of course. I don't know if he's going in this lap or next lap, so I'm gonna follow Scout now a little bit. So I'm sure that Delamere has damage, or doesn't have damage, but had track limits, so he's going to be slowed down. Scout is going to improve the gap. And I don't know if he needs to go in right now. No, one more lap. So one more lap for Scout, and then I think he needs to come in, or maybe even two. I don't know. I don't know actually. So. That's some information I don't have, but maybe should have. I can look it up, but from 2 more, am I wrong? Like he needs to dive. Yeah, it's possible he needs end of lap to need to come in. So he needs to dive this lap and the next lap, so 2 more laps. Indeed, 1.5 at this point, but yeah, we can watch the others then a little bit more. Geronimo and Wash only 20,000 different with the last lap, so there's not a lot of improvements from both. But they are going like beast modes. These are someone else close to each other. How is it with fuel? I don't know if EPKA will get to the end with the fuel. I hope for him he does, but it's waiting. Scout will get till the end with his fuel. Delamere, I'm not sure. Maybe he's going slow, or he needs to make another pit stop for fuel. I'm not sure about that. Because he's low on fuel, he needs to drive 2 more laps. So I think he did a little mistake with how much fuel he pulled in. So that's sad for him. Same for Washed. He also put a little bit too less fuel in it, I guess. Geronimo will be close to the edge. So I'll be close with the fuel from them. Schimmel is a lap down, so it's a lot more fuels. They all are going to the milliliter of fuel, I guess. First, make sure Shout will come in at the end of this lap, so we need to try and follow a little bit where he is on the lap. So Geronimo is going for washed, and what was Geronimo's last lap time? His last lap time was a 1:13.1, and from washed a 1:13.2, so 1/10 difference, almost to 1.5 tenths to be sure. And for the rest, the gaps are pretty okay. YPKE is closing down the gap to Berg, so he will maybe get him before the end of this stint. But Shout is going to the end, so I'm gonna follow Shout a little bit, because otherwise they don't know when the next one can start. So Shout is going into the last sector. And he can go into the pits. Communicate within that party chats, all good for me. So we're gonna make sure we see him going into the pits. Into the pits, and the next one can start. So P2 is now one lap down, so he's now going to the thing. P3 is 28 seconds behind, and Geronimo is 5 seconds behind Washed, so P3. So we're gonna see what it's going to take. 12. P12 is having a penalty, so and is driving 2:15.8. So YPKE is closing in. First, making sure where he is. So okay, we have that in sight. So I now know where he is. So we'll be on time into the next one. He's closing into work, and he's trying to follow Washed, Geronimo, I mean. Then we have Paul, he's driving is going to start lap 54 for him. It's final lap, but it isn't. So I'm gonna go to Delamere, I'm gonna go to P2. Because he's also going into the pits together with Washed and Geronimo, so we need to make sure we'll set the teams communicate, but it's for making sure they don't start too early. And the pinned message is the next stream, so I think he will start soon. Not sure. I hope to start streaming, of course, but it's waiting a little bit. Delamere has only 1% of fuel left, so it's pretty close. So And Delamere is in the pits. Next one can start. Washed is going in. Turn number 2, so Washed is through the start finish, so we need to be sure it's only 4.5 seconds between them. So Geronimo pushed really hard. We need to make sure the third one can start. Fourth one can start, so they are pretty close to each other. I will see if Droopy is streaming already or not. Droopy is not streaming right now, so hopefully we'll stream soon. The fifth one is at almost the end of his lap, so he's going almost down into the last sector. That's better explanation. Is not at the end, but he's closing in. And then we have some close to each other. You're gonna see YPKA is closing in into Jerkmark, so it's pretty close. It's only 5 seconds. Rupi is indeed not streaming yet, so maybe tag him in the Discord server, or tag someone of the crew. Hopefully nothing is going wrong there. Otherwise, maybe I can stream a little bit of that session when this one is done. But I'm not sure how we're gonna do that, because maybe I don't even have the host in my friend list, so maybe I can't even go to there to stream a little bit. Shimo Bullet is going in, and so the fifth one can start now. So all pretty low down to fuel. Tommy Clean is also going in. And the sixth one can start. Go, 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 go. Netzer is going down to his last sector. And then Kiki is 20 seconds behind. Then we have Cupcake, Splinter, Paul, Gurk, and the Merc is already getting another penalty. That's not so good. And then we have Yippee who's going for P12. So maybe it will be a close one between those two. I'm gonna make sure I'm now at Netzer on time, because we need to make sure they are good to go. Going into the pits. The seventh one can start. Kiki also into the pits. 20 seconds behind Netzer. And the eighth one can start. Cupcake is now also going into the pits. Ruby already live right now? Because I don't see him live, but the 9th one can start. 10th one is into the pit, so waiting till the 10th one can start. One is making the turn. The 10th one can start. See, YPKA is pretty close, so hopefully he can get Gert Merkenot. And Paul is going in, and yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna see right now when this one is in. The 11th one can start. YPKA is going for P12. They are all both going into the pit, so if YPKA can't make it, then it will be the next one from the next stint who needs to try and get them. Ooh, Merck got a penalty, I guess. Does he get a penalty? Does he get a penalty? Yes, he got a 5-10 penalty. They're gonna go with both into the pits same time. Rupi is now live. Yes, he is. So first it will be YPKA. And 1.5 seconds behind that it's Merck, so they are pretty close to each other. So what will it be? 12th one can start, 13th one can start, and this will be the stream. They are all into the pits, so they now can change tires and get out again. So this is the standing from this lobby. Shout first, then Delamar, then Wash, then Geronimo, then Schkimmel, then Tommy, Netzer, Kiki, Cupcake, Splinter, Paul, YPKA, and Jerk. So yeah, this was a great stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe till the next stream, of course. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you guys to the next stream. There are 3 that needs to go out. All the other ones are out. Are they battling? Are they battling? No, they aren't battling. We have 2 close to each other. Kimmel is going to YPKA. Then we have Cupcake is getting passed by Washed and by Splinter. And we have 3 still into the pits who hasn't changed tires. there are 3 that still needs to go out. So I don't know when they are going to switch tires and go out. But I will end the stream soon, and then it's done, of course. Kiki doesn't have enough fuel, I guess. So it's going slowly but surely to the pit, and then we have 3 more, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna end the stream because I don't know how long it will take for these 3 to end it, and everyone is finished. Everyone that Stint 4 is driving, so it's all good. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and see you next time in the next stream, or maybe in a video. There are 2 kart videos uploaded tonight, and the Experience Factory in Antwerp. The first one is at speed 4, and the second one is at speed 5. Speed 5 is the maximum. So hope you guys will watch them too, like them, and see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye bye.